When they told us they wouldn't take part in the debate, we, in the interests of programme balance, offered the Labour, Conservative, Lib Dem and Green candidates individual interviews. Here's the Scottish Labour candidate, Davy Russell. Davy Russell, you've been focused on chapping the doors. What time do you chap the doors at night until?
About 8:30.
So you could be in an STV studio at 10:30 then to do a debate?
Well, when you finish your door chapping for the day, usually 4 sessions I do. I've been processing the casework for that particular day, and I usually pick up a dozen items to do. But it was my decision.
You could be in the studio at 10:30 to do a debate with your other candidates in this by-election.
I took a conscious decision. It's not about me talking to the other candidates or the electors. It's about listening as well. And in a debate, you can't listen. And that's been my strength, listening to the people who have been ignored for years.
So you're saying you couldn't listen if you were in a debate? Well, you could listen to your opponents. You could maybe even consider holding them to account.
We have been listening to the opponents for years. The SNP have been in power for 18 years and they haven't done
But it looks like you're dodging debates. You haven't taken part in one single debate during this entire by-election. I've never seen the like.
Definitely not. It was a conscious decision.
But you are dodging them.
But
you're not taking part in ours tonight. You're not taking part in community debates. You're dodging the debates.
I took a conscious decision to make this a back to basics campaign where I was listening as much as I was talking.
The people in the constituency, if they can't see you standing up for yourself against them, how can they see you standing up for them in Parliament?
Well, as I said at the start, I've been listening to the people. I hear the issues that the people have been talking about.
But also they want to know that you can speak on their behalf, and they're not seeing you doing that.
Well, they'll see me tonight when I'm getting interviewed by you.
Well, what are you going to tell them that you're going to do for them? Because it's all very well listening. You've got to tell them what you're going to do as well.
Yes.
Are you worried about child poverty? That's something that's a big issue for the Scottish Parliament to deal with.
Yes. Child poverty is a scourge of this modern society.
The quickest way to deal with child poverty, or to tackle child poverty, according to all the charities involved in that sector, is to scrap the two-child benefit cap. Are you disappointed Labour haven't done that?
Scottish Labour have always supported scrapping the two-child cap.
And yet in government they've failed to deliver that.
What I will say is that it's not just about benefits to lift people out of poverty.
Right, but you're against it, and your government hasn't delivered that. Your government's not even paying attention to what you're saying.
The Westminster government have said that all options are on the table.
Yes, but they haven't scrapped it. They've had almost a year in government, a year to do that. You want them to do it. Scottish Labour want them to do it, and Assawa wants them to do it. They're not paying the slightest attention to you. When you go around the doors, you're probably speaking to quite a lot of older people. Are you getting any anger from them that Labour have scrapped their winter fuel allowance?
Yes, there is
what do you
some
say
concern.
To them?
Well, there's some concern, and Scottish Labour have said from day one that we will reinstate the winter fuel allowance.
But at Westminster you've scrapped it, so again you'd have to mitigate what your government did at Westminster.
But there were hard decisions to be made when the Labour government came into power in Westminster. There was a...
So you think they were right to scrap it?
There was a 20
Do you think they were right to scrap it?
There was a 20
Do you think they were right to scrap
pound
it?
black hole.
Do you think they were right to scrap the winter fuel payment for pensioners?
There were hard decisions to take.
Do you think they were right?
Well, there were very hard decisions to take.
Do you think they were right to do it? It was a hard decision. Do you think they made the right decision?
Well, they took it based on the decisions, the circumstances they'd inherited.
So you backed them? You backed the Chancellor, you backed the Prime Minister on it?
They had very hard decisions to make.
And you backed them?
I totally think that the decisions they had to make were based on the previous government's mismanagement of the country.
And you backed them on it?
On the doorsteps here, people are...
yeah, but you backed the government. You backed the Prime Minister and the Chancellor. You can just tell me yes or no.
Well, I wasn't involved in the decision, and this is a Scottish Parliament election, right? If I was a member of Parliament then, I would have based it on the facts I had in front of me at the time. Right now, I'm not standing for Westminster, I'm standing for the Scottish Parliament.
And thanks very much for joining us in Scotland tonight.
Thank you.